Book of the Dead, ancient Egyptian collection of mortuary texts made up of spells or magic formulas, placed in tombs and believed to protect and aid the deceased in the hereafter. Probably compiled and redited during the 16th century BCE, the collection included coffin texts dating from 2000 BCE, pyramid texts dating from 2400 BCE, and other writings. Later compilations included hymnstory, the sun god. Numerous authors, compilers, and sources contributed to the work. Scribes copied the texts on rolls of papyrus, often colorfully illustrated, and sold them to individuals for burial use. Pyramid texts, collection of Egyptian mortuary prayers, hymns, and spells intended to protect a dead king or queen and ensure life and sustenance in the hereafter. The texts, inscribed on the walls of the inner chambers of pyramids. Coffin texts, collection of ancient Egyptian funerary texts consisting of spells or magic formulas, painted on the burial coffins of the First Intermediate Period and the Middle Kingdom. The coffin texts, combined with the pyramid texts from which they were derived, were the primary sources of the Book of the Dead, which was in prominent use during the New Kingdom and late period. These three collections represent the most extensive body of Egyptian religious literature available to modern scholars. The Book of Dead contained 200 chapters or spells exist today, but no single compilation discovered to date contains all the spells. Some spells provided information for the dead about the gods, so the dead could identify with the god. Chapters 1 to 16. The dead person goes into her tomb. The soul passes into the tuat. The soul returns so the body could move and speak again. Chapters 17 to 63. Explains the myths of the origins of the gods. Describes places in the tuat. Helps the dead soul live and be reborn. Chapters 64 to 129. The dead soul travels the sky in the sun boat as one of the blessed dead. Soul journeys to the tuat for an audience with Osiris at sunset. Chapters 130 to 189. Tells how the dead person becomes one of the gods after her vindication before the gods. Details the protective amulets and food the dead needs. Describes places in the tuat the dead will travel through. Weighing of the heart. One of the spells in the Book of the Dead describes the weighing of the heart ritual. During this ritual, Osiris and a tribunal of 43 deities judge the behavior of the dead during her lifetime. The dead had to name each judge and vow that he had not committed a series of offenses called the negative confession. If the tribunal found the dead innocent, he received the title True of Voice and could continue the journey. The ancient Egyptians believed that the heart recorded all of the good and bad deeds of a person's life, and was needed for judgment in the afterlife. After a person died, the heart was weighed against the feather of Maat, goddess of truth and justice. The scales were watched by Anubis, the jackal-headed god of embalming, and the results recorded by Thoth, the ibis-headed god of writing. If a person had led a decent life, the heart balanced with the feather and the person was rendered worthy to live forever in paradise with Osiris.